Everything you see, every mountain, every ocean, every animal, and even you, is made of something so impossibly tiny that billions could fit on the tip of a pencil. But these microscopic particles hide incredible secrets. Some are almost entirely empty space. Some have existed since the birth of the universe. And the atoms inside your body right now were once forged inside exploding stars.
Did you know?
Everything in the universe, from a single grain of desert sand to the largest galaxy millions of light years away, is constructed from atoms. For centuries, scientists fought over whether these invisible building blocks even existed. Today, quantum physics shows us that the atomic world operates on rules so wild, they defy basic human intuition. Today, we're diving into 12 mind-bending atom facts. Let's zoom into the invisible world around us. Fact 1. Everything around you is made of atoms. Take a look around the room you're in right now. Your phone, your clothes, the air you are inhaling, and every single organ inside your body are built from atoms. Atoms are the fundamental building blocks of matter. By bonding together in different configurations, just over 100 chemical elements combine to create every solid object, liquid, and gas across the universe. Without atoms, matter could not bind together, light could not interact with energy, and nothing you know would exist. Fact 2. Atoms are 99.999999% empty space. This sounds physically impossible, but solid matter is almost entirely empty space. To visualize this scale, imagine an atom's nucleus was enlarged to the size of a single marble resting on the center line of a massive sports stadium. The electrons surrounding it would be tiny gnats zipping around the top rows of the upper deck. Everything in between the nucleus and those electrons is completely empty vacuum. If you removed all the empty space from the atoms of every human being on Earth, the entire human species could fit inside a single sugar cube. Fact 3. Your body contains 7 octillion atoms. The average adult human body is made up of approximately 7 octillion atoms. That is a 7 followed by 27 zeros. Because atoms are constantly interacting with the environment through eating, drinking, and breathing, your body is in a state of continuous atomic replacement. You exchange roughly 10% of your body's atoms every year. Cellular structures rebuild, skin sheds, and water cycles through, meaning the physical, you, sitting here today is made of almost entirely different atoms than you were a decade ago. Fact 4. The atoms in your body came from exploding stars. During the Big Bang, the universe was filled almost entirely with simple hydrogen and helium. Heavier elements, like the carbon in your DNA, the iron in your blood, and the calcium in your bones, didn't exist yet. Those complex atoms were created deep inside the high-pressure nuclear furnaces of ancient stars. When those stars reached the end of their lifespans, they collapsed and exploded in colossal supernovas, blasting these newly forged elements across deep space. Billions of years later, those cosmic remnants gathered to form our solar system. As astrophysicist Carl Sagan famously put it, you are literally made of star stuff. Fact 5. Unimaginable density in a single drop of water. A single drop of water looks small and insignificant, but on an atomic scale, it is a vast universe. Inside just one drop of water, there are roughly 1.5 sextillion molecules. Since each water molecule consists of 2 hydrogen atoms bonded to 1 oxygen atom, that single droplet contains around 5 sextillion individual atoms. To put that into perspective, there are far more atoms in a single drop of water than there are individual grains of sand on all the beaches and deserts across the entire planet Earth. Fact 6. You are breathing ancient recycled history. Because atoms are functionally indestructible under normal conditions, the atmosphere recycles them endlessly. The argon, nitrogen, and oxygen atoms floating around the globe today have been cycling through Earth's biosphere for billions of years. Statistically speaking, because of how atoms disperse evenly through Earth's atmosphere over time, every single time you take a deep breath, you are inhaling millions of the exact same atoms that were once breathed by dinosaurs, early humans, or historical figures like Leonardo da Vinci and Julius Caesar. Fact 7. Atoms are in perpetual motion. Even when an object looks completely frozen and stationary, its internal atoms are engaged in a constant, high-speed dance. Thermal energy, what we feel as temperature, is simply the measure of how fast atoms are moving. In warm objects, atoms bounce and vibrate violently. In cold objects, their movement slows down. The only theoretical point where atomic motion drops to its absolute lowest limit allowed by quantum mechanics is at absolute zero, 273.15 degrees Celsius, a temperature so cold that human technology has only managed to approach it in laboratory settings. Fact 8. Arrangement dictates everything. A dazzling, priceless diamond and the dull gray lead inside a wooden pencil are made of the exact same ingredient, pure carbon atoms. The radical difference in their appearance, hardness, and value comes entirely down to structural geometry. In diamonds, high pressure locks carbon atoms into a rigid three-dimensional tetrahedral lattice, making it one of the hardest natural substances on Earth. In graphite, carbon atoms bond in flat, loosely connected sheets that slide off easily, allowing you to write on paper. Fact 9. Scientists can move individual atoms. For centuries, atoms were purely theoretical models because they were too small to be seen using visible light microscopes. However, with the invention of scanning tunneling microscopes, scientists unlocked the ability not only to image individual atoms, but to manipulate them. Using ultra-fine needle tips, researchers can physically drag single atoms into position. In 2013, IBM scientists created a stop-motion movie titled A Boy and His Atom, by individually moving carbon monoxide molecules frame by frame across a copper surface, making it the world's smallest movie. Fact 10. The strange quantum nature of electrons. In middle school science textbooks, atoms are often drawn like mini solar systems, with electrons orbiting a central nucleus like tiny planets around a sun. In reality, quantum mechanics reveals that electrons don't follow fixed paths at all. Instead, they exist in electron clouds, regions of probability where an electron could be anywhere at any given microsecond. An electron doesn't exist in one precise location until it is measured or interacts with something else. It is one of the strangest principles in all of physics. Fact 11. Almost all mass is packed into the nucleus. Even though an atom occupies a given volume of space, the electrons defining that outer boundary have almost no weight whatsoever. Over 99.9% of an atom's total mass is concentrated right in the absolute center, the tiny nucleus, made up of tightly bound protons and neutrons. Because the nucleus packs almost all of an atom's mass into an incredibly tiny volume, nuclear material is unimaginably dense. If you had a solid teacup filled only with atomic nuclei, it would weigh over 100 billion tons. Fact 12. Atoms enable the chemistry of life. Every biological process, from the firing of neurons in your brain right now, to the beating of your heart, to the copying of your DNA, relies on chemical reactions between atoms. Subatomic forces allow atoms to share electrons, form molecular bonds, build proteins, and store genetic instructions. Without these precise atomic interactions, life, consciousness, and liquid water could never exist. You are not just living in the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through atomic engineering. Atoms may be invisible to the naked eye, but they are responsible for every sunset you watch, every breath you take, and every thought you think. Their story is ultimately your story. Which atomic fact blew your mind the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed learning about the invisible world around us, leave a like, subscribe to Tina Fact, and tap the notification bell for more videos exploring the mysteries of science. Until next time, stay curious.